listen to the message. No time for second guessing. Life it is a blessing. Don't focus on what's missing. When you're stressed out, take a deep breath. I hope that you can see it. The world needs people like you. You're here to make a difference. Go on and make a change. Step into the rain, and I believe in you, and someday we will meet again. I'm 100 million miles from where I thought I was. I'm starting to become
I see Jackson J. Rod. I see PWC Muscle. Randy Cabrera. I see all yous. We doing it.
Understand it's harder than it is. Alright, I got to make it alright. It's so easy. Singing the songs and the words that have been spoken. Put your mind at ease with this melody. Love don't cost you nothing, so set your loving free. So your world has been shaking, your heart it has been breaking. Ask what more can I do, but the answer's deep inside you. So look and you shall find, leave the past behind. Have a little faith, everything will be just fine.
Oh snap, big shout out to Rim King, he's in the house. If you guys don't know who Rim King is, you sleeping under rocks. Go check him out.
She says hello, even though I found myself alone. She gave me love, gave me hope. When I'm not, she take me home. It feels alright.
You guys know the routine. Sit back, relax, get your drinks ready. We got a lot to talk about. Steve Hodges in the house, 197. Up. Give me a few minutes, we're gonna be live.
Come on, take it easy. Come on, baby, take it easy. Yeah.
Snap, you know what time it is. It's Cardone's Race Corner. I'm bringing it to you live, baby. This is how we roll. Once again, I want to tell you guys all, thanks for tuning in, having fun. It's World Finals weeks, baby. IJSBA is rolling out deep. I see nothing but jet skis lined up. Everybody's talking about going. Everybody's talking about being there. Region 8's representing hard. They guys got a whole flock of Region 8 up there. Even coming from Steve Hotchkiss, you got Andrew Freeman, you got Kayla, you got Zarzinski, you got Foucault, you got Stout, you got a whole crew out there. Region 8 better represent. You better guys be happy, man. You guys got some stellar riders there, and it looks like we're going to have a kick-ass week there. Back to what we're going to do. We're in episode 46, Cardone Race Corner, the only Monday Night Raw keeping it real. Keep setting the bar higher and higher and higher, baby. If you guys know what's going on, we got lined up. We got Simon Belcher on the phone. He's all the way over here from UK representing in Havasu. We're going to talk to him for a little bit. And you guys aren't going to want to miss next week. It's going to be a hostile UK takeover on the Cardone Race Corner. Because everybody that's in the World Finals, I was making phone calls and reaching out. And let me tell you, people are ready and excited to talk on the Cardone Race Corner. Tonight's lineup's going to be like this. We're going to get Simon Belcher on the phone. We're going to talk to him a little bit. We're also going to talk about, let me put it up here. We've got the free jet ski going on. If you guys have noticed, the Cardone Race Corner has teamed up with Miami Jet Ski and PWC Muscle. We've also got the South Carolina Ski Riders. They teamed up. AquaX has chipped in. Wait until you guys tell you what's going on with that. It's getting huge. We've got all kinds of donations getting lined up over and over and bigger and bigger. We're going to keep going more and more and more. It's going to be awesome when you guys figure it out. Also, we're going to talk to you. We're going to give you an inside scoop of what P1 has donated to the cause. Huge package. And I still think there's one more piece lined up to it. But if not, it's no big deal. There's still a huge package lined up for that, for the donation, for the raffle. If you guys remember, somebody in the room will hit me up. They'll share it. Daryl, if you're watching, can you paste the GoFundMe page for me if you don't mind? All you got to do is chip in $5. $5 gets you one ticket. We're doing a raffle off Pro Rider Magazine. I'll show you their little care package. I told you guys it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Let's see what we got here. Pro Rider Magazine sending you a swag bag. Yep, and that's a fitted hat. Fitted hat raised. Pro Rider Magazine. You guys always know you want to represent. I always represent. You guys see the background right there. Oh yeah. They got a small one for you. What else we got? We got some stickers. We got a cool pin that has, all you guys like to use your fingers on your phones and tablets and stuff like that. Well, it's got a little felt pad on the bottom. Strictly Pro Rider Magazine written on there. We also got some stickers and a swag shirt. That's going to be in the pit. That's going to be your swag bag from Pro Rider Magazine. Also, there's a gift certificate that's going to go along also. Kathy Roddy sent me the link, but I couldn't open it. But there is a giveaway for that. A gift certificate from Pro Rider Magazine. Alright, so check this out. A lot of people are hitting me up going through this and that. Here's one of the free jet skis. It's a 97 XP. Super clean. You can see it in there. We're going to hook up a Watercraft Superstore. They're going to give us some stuff. I got some other people who are going to line up to add on top of this. PWC Doctor's already lined up. He's going to hook up with some Versa plugs on it. We also have PWC Muscle's going to hook it up with a 2000 RX 951 two-stroke. We're getting that one cleaned up and prepared, ready for it also. But P1 has reached out. Awesome. I can't be more excited about this. These guys have come through and really have, helped out and are donating to the good cause. The P1 staff, Michelle and Azam, are really down-to-earth people, and they're really kicking ass. So here's what I got for you. We got one season 2020 amateur AquaX season entry. Your full season for 2020 as an amateur entry is covered. All expense paid. All your entry fees, all the races, boom, covered. This is going to be all one package. Whoever draws this is going to get this whole package. You're going to get your full season covered. You're also going to get a $100 gift certificate from Riva, courtesy of Riva Racing and Riva Motorsports, who's also been a long-time supporter of P1. You're going to get also a $100 Fly Bucks from Fly Racing, another long-term supporter of P1 AquaX. Also, you're going to get a P1 AquaX swag, t-shirt, hats, etc. The prize is worth about $1,000. The entry fees alone covered for the whole 2020 season. That's awesome. Anybody that's a rec rider, I know I got a lot of rec riders in here. Everybody's kicking butt. If you guys are thinking about racing, a lot of your rec riders have the ability to go race in P1. I know a lot of boats aren't handling it, but you can't beat it. What were we gonna say? So go on with that. This entry is a non-refundable. There is no cash value to it, so they cannot cancel entry and get the money back. But whoever wins the prize can transfer or gift it to another rider if they want. So if you do decide you don't want to do this and you won this prize, you can gift it over to someone that maybe they want to give it a shot. But you got a full season of racing, courtesy of P1 amateur class. Now, you amateurs is a stacked lineup. You guys got a lot of racing. That in itself is huge. That's awesome. That's a huge package. That's a great donation. That is going to be in the pot. That is all one package. You're not going to want to beat that. That is pretty kick-ass. I'm not going to lie. That's one of the huge packages we've gotten so far. We've raised a pretty good amount going forward with that. So there's that one. I already told you about Pro Rider Magazine, what they're doing. So we're going to get Simon Belcher on the phone, give him about 5-10 minutes. He's over there at Body Beach getting tested and everything like that. But I was going to talk to you guys, you know, going into Havasu right now. You know, we haven't touched base on some racing in a couple episodes. We're getting carried away with some other stuff and like that. We kind of went off pace a little bit, but the Cardone's Race Corner, we're so vast. We're talking about so much stuff that you kind of forget what, you know, you need to talk about. But my idea is this. You guys are seeing, we got Pro Watercraft coming out with that Pro Force Haul. We got Commander coming out there, the GP1s. We've also got Bullet coming out there. Brock Austin's coming out there. He's been spending all year studying his tuning and his ability. He's got his boat all dialed in. You got all kinds of people out there. You got people across the world showing up for racing. We've also got the Sport GP and the Blaster Only race. What is your guys' output? What do you guys think? Do you see that log jump setup? I think it's 4 log jumps right there in the front, right in front of the beach. You know, that course looks huge. Now, everybody says it's different, this and that. I looked at 2016 when I went. It looks about the same, except where the log jumps are. They're not in the front. They were over in the corner after the chicane and all that stuff. But what is your guys' opinions? What do you guys think is the outcome with some of these new hauls that are coming out, some of these fast hauls, some of these, you know, 4 strokes? You got the, you know, the 15F motors out there. You know, what do you guys think? Well, I want you guys to comment. Tell me what you guys are thinking and what your opinion is. Also, what about the Sport GP? Do we think it's going to be huge? Do we think it's going to be large? What about the Blaster Only GP class? Now, we always know that the West Coast guys always come to play. They got their vintage skis. They come hard with the X2s and the 800 limited class and stuff like that. In the Super Stock 1100 class, those guys come huge. So my idea is, what do you think is going to be a big thing out there? I've seen some wagers going out there. I've seen some people throwing a pot out there for some racing and some bets. But I'm excited to watch. You got Sport Spec. Sport GP is going to be on Saturday, I believe I saw. And Spec is on Friday, I believe it is. So we got all week to talk. All week. And then on Monday, next show, we're going to talk to a few racers that were in the mix and see what they have to say. I'm curious to see what this week's going to be about. I've seen a lot of people on their way over there. I've seen a lot of people making posts. You know, poor Jessica Water's Edge Photography, man, Serenity is kicking her ass on that venture. If you guys got an opportunity, reach out to Jessica Waters, give her a thumbs up, give her a hand. If she needs anything, please help her out. She's out there making us look fabulous out there as a photographer, and she has knuckled down and made a hike to get all the way up to the Havasu. So make sure you check out Water's Edge Photography, get a package, hook her up, give her a high five, tell her Cardone says some love, make it happen. But going in forth with what we're saying about racing, you know, I'm excited to see some of these new hauls. I'm excited to see what they can do. I'm super excited to see what's going to happen and what the lineup's going to be. So if you guys got any input, you know, you guys are awfully quiet in here, make sure you give a shout out. Also, my man King KG, for all you Spark Riders, if you guys know any Spark Riders, anybody out there, make sure you get him to watch, because King KG, he's got a giveaway. P3 Labs representing out of PWC Muscles, we gave us still some free items to give away, so keep an eye on Ken. He's going to throw it up there, and you might want it. So going forward, we talked about that. We're going to get Simon on here. We're going to have the Real Wreck Ride Report. They let off, if you guys seen Alpha Jet Studio and Yeah Buddy Productions released an awesome video of the Devil's Ride, the Devil's Hole, I believe it is. He'll correct me on there, but that video looked phenomenal. The Carolina Ski Riders had a phenomenal ride also. We're going to get the touch base on that. Our boy Ken's going to get on the phone. He's going to talk. But for right now, let's see if I can get our man on. Let's see if we can get Simon on. All right, you guys hang out for a minute. Enjoy the music. You're going to love it. I'll be back. You guys know what time it is. I got my man Simon on the phone. You there?
I'm here.
Oh snap! What's up, buddy? I'm glad I got you on the phone. I'm sorry I took you away from your practice. I hope you got some time in, and tell us how it is over there at Body Beach right now.
Compared to England, it's very warm. That's the first thing for us guys coming over here. The heat is on another level. But no, we've been here since last Thursday, running in Sport GP and Pro-Am stock runabout. I'm also doing vet runabout tomorrow, just to get some practice on the new Yamaha FX.
Nice.
So we're just going to run that class just to see how it's handling and see how Dean's team have got this new boat hooked up. So, so we've been out here a few days, done lots of testing, lots of riding on the new Sport GP boat. And, yesterday I got on the FX for the first time, and, that ski, people think that's a big ski. It feels like a real small boat, and
really?
Handled real great. So, having a great time so far.
Good. Well, you touched base on a couple of things. What Sport GP boat are you running? That's the first question. We're going to hit it right out of the park. What is the Sport GP boat that you sent over here and you're going to be rocking?
It's a boat that was actually never sold in the US, or I would certainly only as an import. It's a Yamaha Wave Blaster 3 or a Wave Blaster 800.
Okay.
Different people know. It was primarily sold in Japan and Europe.
Yep, we're familiar with it.
Yeah, but there's been a few of them out here. I think Billy Dearman's been running one, and some of the races this year out here, and a few people have seen them. But it's a wider boat. It's 2.5 inches wider than a Blaster 1, and quite a bit wider than a HX. And in the rough conditions, that pays off. It's not necessarily the fastest boat out there, but it certainly hooks up well in rough water, and Havasu, certainly with the weather that's coming in, I think it could be an interesting boat this week.
Well, you got a big course in Havasu, and it gets the Havasu Lake gets crazy. It can be calm as can be in the front, and then the back stretch has got rollers and black holes all over the course. So I'm excited to see, because you're racing. Obviously, you're gonna be racing Sport GP. You don't have a Blaster, so you won't be in the Blaster only. Have you got a chance to see the entry form for the Sport GP lineup yet? You see how many people are in it?
I've been led to believe we're actually qualifying for Sport GP, so there must be over 20 riders.
Holy crap!
I think it's going to be one of the big classes. Obviously there's the Thai guys, there's the UK guys, me, Christian Miller. And obviously Sport GP is growing back to being a huge class in the US, and
yes.
It's a class that's real close to my heart, because in 1997 in pro sport I got 6th place in Havasu, and that was a big deal to me at the time, because I was an amateur rider surrounded by Farthing, Roos,
right,
Motzoris, all on 6-figure paychecks, and we were cutting it in with those guys, and I've been away for the sport for 19 years, and to come back and see sport back at the top, as what I think is one of the more premium classes now, is great. And Christian Miller's hooked me up with a great hull with the Blaster 3. We've put some pretty decent power behind it, and I've really started to get some time on the boat, and it feels real good.
Good. Well, I was going to ask you, because me and you were talking offline, and I've been watching your profile for a while, and you did car racing for a long time. You stepped out of jet ski racing and you went straight into car racing. So let's get a little background. What got you into jet skiing in the first place? Where are you from? And then we'll go from there.
Yeah, well, my jet skiing started in Florida on a holiday when I was a kid, and got the bug very quickly. Riding 550s. I started racing in 1992 in the UK, originally on 550s, then on X2s, and then when it got to 94, obviously everything started evolving really fast. X2s got replaced by Wave Blasters.
Yep.
If you were in sport, you had to have a Wave Blaster, because X2s quickly became
obsolete,
an uncompetitive boat. Then we got
some would say differ right now. I'm not going to interrupt you, but some would say very differ right now. But we're still going to have that debate later on.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen now now they're starting to put some big motors in the X2s. I think that's becoming like a fun thing to do. And in actual fact, Rusty hooked me up with a Bullet X2
Nice.
a few years ago, just for recreational riding. I had a triple in that, and that thing just was insane. And great fun. But yeah, the whole sport class evolved then in '95 with the HX come in. So I kind of lived all through that, X2s, blasters, HXs, and then the sport very much kind of moved away from the sport class, and the focus was on runabouts. So if you were pro riding, you were pro 785, pro 1200, and then I got out of the sport in 2001, and I was 28 at the time, and I thought, I'm not done with racing. I want to do something different. And
right.
I took up a car racing formula called Legends Cars. It's a 5/8 scale American NASCARs from the 1930s with a motorcycle engine in, and it was a huge class in the UK.
Really?
30 plus cars on the grid. It was a great thing, and they had a world finals. So it's very much like jet skiing.
Right.
We came to America. We raced at Sears Point in Napa Valley each year in a world finals type event. And for me, it was kind of very similar. It was UK racing, and then ship everything out in a container, and you go and race in America for a world title. So that was very much a continuation of the same sort of thing I'd been used to. But
right.
I kind of found that I had both an ability on the track and an ability commercially to raise a sponsorship needed to compete in that level of motorsport, and moved on up into touring car racing. And eventually in 2014, I moved into the British Touring Car Championship, which is outside of Formula One, is the biggest car racing championship that side of the pond, and
they have
21 million.
Yeah, they have that on.
Sorry?
If you have, like, I have PlayStation 4, so they have what's called a Red Bull channel, and they've had that series on the Red Bull channel a couple of times. Those cars are phenomenal. Those are like semi-street. They have a street form car look to them, but they're race ready inside cage, suspension, and stuff like that. Am I correct?
Yeah, they're awesome cars. It's a fantastic championship, very, very close racing. It tracks 21 million TV viewers, 360,000 trackside spectators.
Wow.
So it's a huge formula, and I had 2 great years racing in that championship, and then I kind of found myself in a role where I was managing a team in the British Touring Car Championship, and that meant I had to step out driving myself. And I needed to get that racing back out of my blood. And I thought, why not go back to jet ski racing? I had a great fun back in the 90s, and I know the sport changed a little bit from back then.
Right.
And I thought maybe, we can still win some races, and we can still do some stuff. So, I got back into it, but this is my first full season back.
Right.
I did a little bit.
You've had a good season. Didn't you just win the British Championship on your GP runabout?
Yeah, I've been running a Yamaha GP 1800, Dean's team Avros prepared boat, and I won the Pro-Am stock British Championship and the GP British Championship. Bushell was mighty quick all year, but unfortunately his boat let him down from time to time, and that enabled us to, we were there, we were consistent, we rode the Pro-Am stock boat in GP class, and consistency paid off, so we won that title. And then obviously the European Championship in Pro-Am stock, which also put us in the lead for the World Series. So far it's been great, but it's going to get tough now.
Now you're in a whole world. Now my question to you is this: I was going to ask you before I forget. The European Championship. I've been following the European IJSBA. Am I correct? That's the same one, correct?
Yeah.
What I've been watching and following. I have a lot of people that send me information because I like to track it, because a lot of people don't know about that, and a lot of people don't see the racing you guys have over there. So I've been keeping tabs on it, making sure I check it out. Give me an inside scoop of how you think, compared to other racing series, is it still fresh, or does it seem like it's a well put together race series?
Yeah, the European Championship, you know, to come back after 19 years, you know, and when I left, you know, it was sort of the late 90s, early 2000s. So there's still a lot of manufacturer support and money behind putting these events on. And the European Championship back then was sponsored by Corona Beer, and you know, they're all big events. And you know, I was coming back thinking, you know, maybe these events won't be as good as they used to be, but.
Right.
You know, Peter de Smet and Bart Sagers and the whole team in Europe did an absolutely fantastic job. And this year, I actually thought that it was possibly one of the best European Championships I've ever been to. The organisation, the professional look, obviously Thai Airways, everybody getting involved. This new World Series, which picks up the European Championship, World Finals, and the King's Cup.
Yeah, with the Triple Crown. Yeah, they call it the Triple Crown.
Yeah, putting that whole thing together is fantastic, and I mean there was people from all over the world at the European Championship. You know, obviously all over Europe, from Thailand, from America. You know, in prime stock, Troy Snyder was out there, and it just a quality field, and you know the championship is great, and you know to be able to sit here now and say, you know, it's as good as it was back in the late 90s. I think, you know, those guys that put that championship on have got to take a big pat on the back. And, you know, this is my first World Final since 1999. And everyone says I'm going to have a shot. You know, it's not what I left, but,
right.
You know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So far, it looks very similar.
I would say the aspect of what you're doing is the same. It's the how do we say it? It's the surroundings. It's not the same. The people are there, the groups are there, and the PWC family's all there, but you just don't have that raw behind it. You know, the packed full stands and the audience and stuff like that. But it's coming back. You know, we got outlooks like this trying to get people's attention. We got the rec ride groups that are gathering people together. So I mean, it's going to grow more and more and more. But as long as we have everybody like yourself is coming back and getting in the game and having fun, and that's truly what it's about.
Yeah, you know, for sure. You know, there's still, you know, the great riders that, you know, were there back in the day, Chris McCluggage and Motzoris and Farthing and Roos and, you know, everyone that obviously I was racing with back then, you know,
right.
that they're all still racing. So, you know, those guys are, you know, the best in the world. And, you know, you still got the opportunity to come and race against that level of talent then. You know, there can't be much wrong with the championship. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I've only raced at the Crazy Horse side once because 99 was the first year there.
Right. Right.
Every other year I raced before that was at the Nautical Inn side of the island.
Right.
So for those that remember the 99 World Finals, or remember that the stands got blown away and they had to close all the grandstands because the wind got up so much, and it was I think it was worse than an aquacross race. So you know, it was surf on a lake. So you know, it's going to be interesting. You know, it's going to really test the riders, test the machines. So you know, I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, you know, you named some good names out there. You know, you got your good friend Christian Miller that's going to be in Sport GP. Then you have Christian Daly. You know, he's coming back to defend his title. You also got young gun Hayden Skellett. He's going to be in the Sport GP class. I don't know if he's going to be in Sport GP. He might be in Blast only. I think the Skelletts might enter him in both just to see what happens. But, you know, you're going against some of the fastest boats that we've seen all around. You know, you've seen Christian Daly. He won at World Finals and went straight over to King's Cup and won over there. It's like, you know, are you prepared, and have you ever raced with some of the guys like this? I know you've raced with Christian Miller though before, correct?
Yeah, no, I think the thing is, obviously I've not raced on this boat. You know, the last sport race I did was the World Finals in '97, which was on the Bullet HX, and you know, that was against Roos and Farthing, Motzoris, and
right.
those guys. So obviously I know what to expect. But this is a different boat.
Right.
This is very different. It's more stable. It'll be better in the rough water. But we won't have necessarily the raw pace that maybe Christian Daly or people like that are going to have. So, you know, it might be a case of, you know, we're working our way through the field rather than maybe just hold shot in and trying to run away with it. So it's it's going to be a race we're really going to have to think about. You know, the Whamilton Blasters are absolutely phenomenal out the gate.
Yeah.
And you know, they're going to scream to the first turn. So you know, they're going to be right up there.
Yeah, you got Sam
you know,
Nemi out there. Sam Nemi's boat's an animal. Fuel injection.
Yeah.
He's out there ready to take blood. That first buoy, that's his target.
Yeah, you know, and fuel injection is a game changer. You know, we're running fuel injection on our boat, and you know, it's an absolute game changer. And I know how quick Sam is, and you know, he's going to be right up there. But you know, yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm obviously a lot older than I was back in '97. So
hey, the question is this, Simon: you may be older, but you still have the spark and the fun and excitement when you hear the two-stroke start up.
Yeah,
and that's all. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah, I love getting back on that HX for the European Championship, which you know, I borrowed my friend's HX that had a triple in it, and you know, I finished third in the European Championship, which you know was just a case of get some points on the board.
Right.
Christian Miller picked up the win at the first round, and I think it's a bit of a role reversal because I think he's going to be out on a HX this weekend, and you know, I'm on the Blasters 3, so you know we've kind of switched that around a little bit.
Oh, so he held on to me. He didn't tell me he was going to race an HX out there. I thought he was going to rock one of his blasters out there, one of his specialty hulls.
No, there's the two skis that he built a couple of years ago. One of those is obviously gone to Thailand for the King's Cup, and the other one is the one that I'm riding. But yeah, maybe I've blown the cover for him, but he's flying out there. I think
Tuesday.
I think in a couple of days. Yeah,
Tuesday or Wednesday. I think he says he's flying out. Now, are you going?
I'm sure it'll be a very.
Go ahead.
I'm sure it'll be a very quick HX, and I'm sure he'll be up there.
Are you planning on going to King's Cup also, Thailand?
Yeah, both of my boats, both my Pro-Am stock boat and my Sport GP boat, will fly out to King's Cup after Havasu. There wasn't enough time to ship them. Well, there was marginally, but if they missed the feeder vessel in Hong Kong, then we could miss the King's Cup. So we're having to fly both boats to the King's Cup. So
wow, a jet ski in there flying across the world. That's going to be interesting.
Yes. This might be the only year I get to come back to the sport because of my commitments with motor racing and the team that I manage. You know, this might be the only year I got to do a full season. So I said, look, let's do it properly. So we're actually out here for 5 weeks in the US because from here I'm going on to do the race in Naples.
Yeah, that's my backyard. I'll get to introduce myself and meet you in person too.
Yeah. So we're doing a bit of a tour, Vegas and San Francisco, and then down to Orlando, and then we'll end up in Naples. So we're going to do that. Back to the UK for a couple of weeks, and then fly out to Thailand for the King's Cup. So it's a busy time.
Nice. Well, I mean, I've learned a lot, and you got a real good history, nostalgic from the beginning of the heyday, and now actually coming back and doing a full commitment year, on top of your racing, automotive racing, been around the world. It's good to see that there's both aspects that still drive people. Like, for instance, the heart was jet ski racing, but you went to car racing, you had a fun time there, but then you went right back to jet ski racing. So it goes to show you that once you are a jet ski racer, you don't ever lose that touch and that thrive sometimes. No matter how old you get, it's always going to have a thrive boiling in your skin.
Yeah, and I think, when you get older as well, and it was one of the big factors that made me come back was I wanted to get fit. As you get older, you
get lazy.
You drink more, you eat more, you train more. I need something to focus on, something to motivate me. And I thought, this sport is incredibly physically demanding, and to ride at the top level, you have to, work really hard to try and be the best you can. And
definitely.
I knew if I came back to this, it would drive me to get fit, and that's obviously a big positive for many things in your life. So for me, it was I think the return was more about, give me a reason to get fit, give me a reason to, but, I came back, I got hooked, and here we are in 90-degree heat in Lake Havasu, loving it.
So you're telling me the weather looking kind of crazy. What was the forecast looking like for the week?
It's because it's been real hot.
Hot.
We got here Thursday, and it's been real hot up until now, and I think come Thursday they're expecting some big winds to come in.
Really?
And it to cool down to 25 degrees. Now that's centigrade. I know you'll have to convert that into Fahrenheit for me. But,
I was like 25 degrees. I was like, holy smokes, no way.
But it's quite a bit colder. Coming into Thursday, and the big winds coming on Thursday. They've even already started discussing maybe cancelling some of the ski races for Thursday because it could potentially be too rough.
Oh, come on now. We race them. Listen, we race this. If there's no lightning out there, I say race them. Did you see that race in Chicago for P1? That was it last year. It was gnarly out there. They didn't call a race. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just race. It's the game changer.
No, they only stop the race for Dolphin comes along. And then you get a day off.
Hey, listen, sea life. We don't want to stir up no protests on here. Sea life is important.
But no, I think that when I was here in the Crazy Horse site in '99, and we had those horrendous weather. It made some of the best racing, and if anyone wants to look back, as there's something really cool back from 1999. Watch the Pro 785 race and watch Rios and Farthing.
Yes, yes, I've seen that clip. Yes,
you probably remember. Yeah, Rios went off a wave, and how he didn't seriously injure Farthing, I don't know, but it's a phenomenal thing to see, and that was pro riders. Farthing was straight back on his boat, and he was like back on it. But,
I think weather conditions make, like you just said, good for racing because it cuts down that $100,000 ski that's running balls to the wall. It gives the good rider that may not have a solid ski a chance. You may have an awesome money pit ski that's super fast and a mediocre racer. I'm not saying all people are like that, but it could be out there dominating because it had the whole shot or had a lucky of the draw, or maybe it was a good racer and a good machine. But you throw in some surf condition and some crazy weather, that also gives the rest of the top 5 of the pack an opportunity to give some really good battles, maybe some lead changes and position changes. So I like weather. I'm a surf rider. Yeah. Whenever I go to a race and we're at a beach and I see 3 to 4 foot rollers and surf conditions, I'm like, heck yeah, dude, this is what it's about. Because I'm not a fast boat, but I'm good in surf,
Yeah. The thing is, it's the same for everybody, no matter what the conditions are. You all line up during that elastic band, and that elastic band snaps at exactly the same time for everybody.
Right.
So, whatever the conditions are, you have to deal with them. And to be honest, when you get faced with unusual or extreme conditions, or something unusual happens at the last minute, that's when the racer really comes out, because you have to use your head.
Right.
It's not about your ski. It's not about whether you've got raw pace. It's about reading that water, looking at what's coming ahead, planning ahead, and sometimes going slower is going quicker.
Right.
In certain conditions, and some people see people, and that ski's absolutely flying in the rough conditions. It's so much faster. The rider's probably riding it at half throttle, just to keep the pace.
He's keeping the pace. Yeah. Well, like Sam Nemi would say, he rides his ski the same method, whether it's flat or hard conditions. I remember a year he took a spec blaster out there, and we had some crazy surf condition. I believe it was Pensacola Beach for a tour, and he lapped the whole Sport GP field on a spec boat because he was able to handle it wide open as much as he possibly could, because it wasn't beating him to death. Because if you're in tune with your machine, like you just said, he may look fast as can be, and he can only be riding half throttle. It's because he's keeping the momentum going.
Yeah, for sure. So that's when some of the thinker racers come out and really think about what they're doing, and use experience and knowledge, and rather than the guys that just have clamp the throttle and go and
Exactly.
see
Exactly. Exactly. Well, Simon, it's been a blast talking to you. I've tied up your time. I know you got a bunch of stuff going. I know you got some talking you got to do, some turning wrenches. You got to get ready for this race. I'll be watching on a live stream. This is a time where I give my guests, anybody that's on the phone, anyone takes time to talk to me, I drop the mic. It's your opportunity to give a shout out to any of your sponsors, anyone you want. You've got the mic. Let it go.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to thank everyone that's sort of helped me get here. Dean's team have been absolutely phenomenal. Avos Watersports, Den, they're 110% behind me as one of the biggest Yamaha dealers in the UK. So, those guys, are the guys that have got me out of here. And, Mel Miller's been absolutely fantastic, working with us on, getting this Sport GP really ripping. So, without these guys and these tuners and all of our sponsors that have been behind us, then we wouldn't be here. So check us out on Facebook. Check out our Retrojet page as well. Retrojet is something that we set up with a friend of mine. It's all about building like really cool old skis and especially sport boats, because sport racing is close to our heart. So,
Exactly.
Loads and loads of stuff on there, and look at some of the stuff we've done. So it's cool. I really appreciate letting me come on your show, and it's great to have something like this, and I think it shows that all right, I've not been around for 19 years, but I've come back to a sport that's really proactive and pushing forward, and not sitting still. So it's great to be back. I'm really looking forward to it. And looking forward to the racing.
Simon, dude, it's been an honor, dude. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. We've been Facebook friends for a while. I can't wait to see you in Naples. I wish you the best of luck this week. Keep in touch. We'll get together as soon as you get in Florida. But thanks for coming on, dude. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor, and it's been a kick-ass time. So thank you.
Thanks, Bobby. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Oh snap! You know what time it was. Listen, that was some great conversation right there. Simon Belcher's been around for a long time, all the way from the 90s and the heydays. That's what's going on. That's what it's about. Coming back into the sport, doing a full tour. Not only is he racing cars, but he got back into jet ski racing. It goes to show, racing's fun, man. It's not just jet skis. We have some wreck riders. We have some diehard racers. We have it all. So I see some people in the chat room. We were talking and stuff like that. I seen Matt Johnson. I already know your 15F HX is out there. It's going. So don't even give me that crap that I'm only riding a spec. But we seen your buddy messed up your numbers. You had to go to Home's Good to get some numbers, but you're under ski. The numbers still look good. But remember, you're in the big dogs now. You're not in the Powerboat Nationals. You're in a big, big world, man. I'm excited to see you out there and see what you're going to bring out to the game. Let's see what else we got in here. I've seen some people talking. Extreme Teams in the house. I saw you guys. I see Stout. You guys give me a shout out there too. You guys are kicking ass. Region 8's out there making it happen. Let's see what's going on. So Brian Swore made up a thing talking about Wave Day. Virginia Beach is going to be in 11 days. Wave Days has two venture racing, 2 weekend, 2 times a year. Let me get my words together. They do a Wave Days event 2 times a year. I believe one's in April, and then obviously one's in 11 days. Brian Swore, if you correct me if I'm wrong, let me know. Matt Johnson, I see you're funny. Jeff Lankworth's in the house as usual. All right, so you guys saw what's going on. We had a bunch going on with that. That was some cool talking. The UK riders, the European Championship. You got the Triple Crown that's going on. And did you guys hear that? There's going to be, if he's correct, I'm going to have to do some research. I know some of my friends, if you guys, Hotchkiss, there's my man. Hotchkiss. If you get a chance, scope 2 registration, give me a picture of the lineup. Let's see what's going on out there. I want to see some of the largest class, because I've been to the website a couple times, and you know how they are. They're a little slow. They're not on their pars, but if they are on par, I'll make it happen. So 20 plus skis, if there's going to be qualifying for Sport GP, guess the beginning of my conversation was we're going to throw that out the books. We already know Sport GP is coming in large. But what about Blaster GP? If Sport GP is that big, I'm excited to see what this is going to be. maybe this would be a great week of Havasu. Maybe they're coming back. Well, let's see. Let's hope they got the announcers on point. Let's hope they got inspections going down. Techs, because we already know Robert Stan's not teching down there. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen? So, all right, guys, do you know the routine? We're going to get King KG's with the Real Rec Ride Report on here. We're going to talk to him. It's been a little bit. I told you guys, he didn't go nowhere. He's just been busy working. You know, some of us have a life. We got to do stuff. Blah, 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 blah. We're not out having fun, having parties and Havasu right now and the jet skis and all the other stuff. We all can't be that lucky. Or some of us just have a brand new kid, newborn. Thanks for everybody that gave me a shout out. I didn't get a chance last week. I was, rushing, getting everything to do. But everybody that's reached out to me, shot me texts, has sent me gifts. I really appreciate it. You guys rock, dude. You guys are phenomenal. And everybody that's reached out to me for the 239 race boat, what a bummer Saturday. It sucks, man. That's just racing. Brand new motor. We don't know. I haven't got a chance to rip it all apart, but I was going to put it aside. But enough of you guys have sent me messages, texted me, and called me out. We're going to get rebuilt for Naples. I guess we're going to get it going. I'm going to get it apart, find out what's going on, and I'll let you guys know. But right now, give me a few seconds. Let's go ahead and get King KG on and listen to that music for a moment. You know what time it is. Oh, here we go. I got a man, the myth. Yeah, buddy Productions. King KG's in the house. You here, buddy?
Yeah, buddy. What's going on, my man?
Let's give him all a round of applause, everybody. Let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I do this show once a week. I skip a week, once a week. You know how it is, man. We don't have that great weather like you do down there in Florida, man.
It's hot.
Our season's
It's hot.
Dude, our season. Yeah, I know. Our season's winding down completely. However, there was two pretty cool rides that we're going to talk about in a little bit. I just wanted to say shout out to all the people out there at Havasu who made it. Man, it is packed.
It's slamming,
dude,
I'm telling you.
It's crazy. I'm looking at, all the posts from Facebook, and it looks like they're having a great time out there. And a lot of people made the trek, so that was good to see them support the sport and keep it going.
I'm jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty freaking jealous. I had a plane ticket. I had a boat. I had a place to stay. I had a room, warm welcoming. I'm not gonna deny. My little man being born, my first child. I'm okay. I'm okay.
You had all those great things, but you also got a newborn too. I hear you. You're in the same boat as I am. Anyway, man, so how are you doing, bud? How's everything going?
Hey, we're having fun. We're doing our stuff. We got. I know you haven't been on for a little while because you've been busy. I've got your back. I told everybody where you were doing. You were okay. There was a couple sad faces. There were a couple boos every once in a while, but we're okay. But the reality is we did good. We, teamed up with, I know you've been following, but we got PWC Muscle, Miami Jet Ski, Pro Rider, South Carolina Ski Riders. Those guys have teamed up, and we got more people lining up for the Bahamas Relief donation, and we're doing awesome so far.
Absolutely, and like I said, you can add Buddy Productions and Alpha Jet Studios to that page as well. We'll be chiming in with something very nice as well.
Awesome.
Moving forward.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, I've been up to par. It's just that our season's wind down, so there's not a whole lot of activities going on. You like I said, you have your pockets of groups here and there doing rides, and then you had like the Carolina Ski Riders who teamed up with the Carolina Watercraft Club. I know those guys down there, Scott and Rodney.
Right.
Good dudes, man. Great dudes. You know what? If you ever want to do a ride and you want to know what a ride's all about, get with the Carolina Watercraft Club. Those guys know how to pull off a ride without a hitch, and they make you feel comfortable.
Oh, yes.
They welcome you with those
definitely.
Absolutely, man. Like I said again, shout out to the folks out there at Havasu having a great time. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy the World Finals. Hats off to all the racers out there. I hope everybody's a world champion.
Heck yeah. Oh, I mean, we're all world champions. We go to sleep thinking we're world champions. Come on.
That's right, man.
So what do you got? What do you got for me in your playbook? The Real Wreck Ride report.
We got a few things in the playbook here. Before we get up to the playbook, I just want to say shout out to Wave Days coming up. I think it's October 21st. I'm not sure. Check out the Wave Days Junkie page and find out more about that.
Yeah.
Dan always puts on a great event.
Dan Schwartz.
Dan Schwartz, yeah, he's that guy, man. He's awesome. He's really hooked. He's really clued in with the city down there, Virginia Beach. So they really go all out for him. They hook him up.
And what else you got?
All right, man. So let's talk about the Carolina ski riders. They did a pretty cool event with. They teamed up with Watercraft Club, the Carolina Watercraft Club, for a cool adventure out in Lake Jocassee. They toured the crystal clear waters and they hiked amazing waterfalls. They did say the water was down about 7 feet or so. They were actually able to park on the beaches.
Really?
And beach your skis, yeah, and do a little hiking and exploring and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, they also said they had a pretty great turnout with 3 states showing up for the ride. They said North Carolina represented, South Carolina, and some people from Georgia came up as well.
Wow.
They always put on something great, and they came on the scene this year like gangbusters, but they've been really doing it, man. They've been really putting on some really class act rides. So, hats off to the Carolina ski riders and, of course, the Carolina Watercraft Club, who I worked with them early in the year with the Belly Buster ride. Those guys are just class. Yeah, those guys are class acts all the way. And like I said, man, if you're in the Southwest region or the Midwest or the Mid-Atlantic, try to get out there and make a ride.
Yeah.
For the 2020 season. I know they got a lot of things planned. So, it only gets better. I mean, like our season's one, it's getting cold now. I mean, now the temperature really has dropped up here in the East Coast. So,
you're crying.
In the upper, I know. Dude,
you can't hear this, but I'm going to give you some booze. I'm doing some booze. You probably can't hear it, but our listeners can hear it. But I'm going to give some booze on that crying.
It ain't like you going anywhere special, dude. You can deal with baby bottles and Pampers all day.
Hey, listen. I mean, whatever.
So let's. I did talk to Adam Buckler earlier, so he said he wanted to give a shout out to Lauren Buckler, sitting up to his wife, Ryan Wheatley, Scott Morin, Rodney Graham, giant help. He said. Just wanted to say appreciate those guys. They really had a stellar ride this weekend. And like I said, we can see more activities coming their way for the 2020 season.
Adam Butler sent a phenomenal care package. A full, for the donation, he said he sent a full package from Marine West, a detail kit, everything you can use to detail your ski after you pull it out, everything except a flush kit. But then also threw in one of those GPS trackers for your ski that you can get mounted, whether it's a jet ski or anything else. He also threw one of those with some swag and some stickers. So our raffle pocket is looking pretty exciting. Two jet skis, Pro Rider Magazine, Carolina Ski Ride, South Carolina Ski Riders, and Butler hooking it up. I mean, we're just and then P1 threw in a huge package. I mean, dude,
I know about P1. I know they reached out to you this week, and they really took care of you guys. I know Cardone's been working. I know you especially have been working with P1 closely, because I know they got the Bahamas coming up as well too. When does that take place, by the way?
Oh man, dude, you put me on the spot. I don't have my notes.
Yeah, dude, you're supposed to know this stuff. What's going on here?
Race to the Bahamas is I think it's in a couple weeks. I want to say November, 1st of November. I know it's.
Yeah, I think it's coming up. It's in Atlanta. Shoot, man, it's beautiful year-round there, so it's coming up.
Why'd you make me look bad? That's not cool, man. I got your back 24/7. I'm teasing.
Don't flip the script. Don't even flip the script like that, bro. Oh, man. So, yeah, man, hats off to ski riders, Carolina boys, and those guys doing their thing. I did want to get into one of Alpha Jet Studios and Buddy Productions event.
Phenomenal video.
Craig Arwick took the boys out, the WNY Wolfpack, WNY PWC Club, the WNY Wolfpack. So they conquered Devil's Hole on Saturday, which is a pretty big deal. If people don't know what this is about, essentially, it's it's like the world-class whirlpool rapids. It's the Niagara Gorge. It's
Right.
called the Niagara Gorge. It's located north Whirlpool International Bridge and south of the Whirlpool. It has an average width of about 750 feet wide, and the portion of the gorge is world famous for the rapids. The width of the Whirlpool Rapids Gorge narrows to approximately 150 yards, and the width of the river narrows approximately 200 feet wide.
Damn.
So it's pretty deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the depth of the Whirlpool Rapids is about 35 feet, and the speed of the water in the Whirlpool itself in the rapids is about 22 miles an hour constantly. So just imagine what they're going through when they're out there riding. That's pretty much endurance the whole time you're out there.
Right. That's crazy. I saw the videos, and between that and I don't know if you're familiar with Justin Taylor. They did a ride in those canyons over there in Nevada. I think it was. They were over there by Vegas.
No, they did a ride in Lake Powell.
Lake Powell, right.
Lake Powell, yeah. And just before they did a ride, don't forget WC, the Watercraft, West Coast Watercraft. Yeah, they did their ride where they actually had a huge boathouse barge where they stayed on. It was about, 15 to 20 of them. They all pitched in, and they just did the barge thing where they just jet skied as they moved down the river with the barge, which is pretty cool too. But yes, Justin Taylor and his boys did do something down there. Which, those guys are in my backyard. They're from Baltimore anyway, so they're always doing something crazy. They're always putting out some crazy content if they're jet skiing in ice or whatever they're doing. They're doing crazy. Dude, no question. These two guys are out there, and the water. They're in the Chesapeake Bay, and it's probably 2 inches thick of ice, and they're out there trying to jet ski and
They're
break it.
psychos.
It's hilarious.
They're psychos. But like I was saying, is between their riding and that Devil's Hole, that was badass riding, dude. I love those two videos I've seen. Those little clips, and then Alpha Jet's video when you guys released.
Yeah,
that was phenomenal. That looks exciting, dude. That was badass.
Well, let me just finish that up real quick. So the rapids generated are amongst the wildest and the formidable and the most dangerous in the world. So that Niagara Gorge, it's pretty much, it's dangerous. The Whirlpool Rapids are rated from a 6 on a navigable scale, from 1 being the easiest to 6 most dangerous.
Really?
And Craig wanted to end the season of the Wolfpack with 4 of his most experienced riders out there. He wanted to finish out on a high note, which he pretty did. They conquered Devil's Hill. And they did. The footage was amazing. And the people who don't know, we kicked it out to about 60 groups. But go to Alpha Jet Studios, Yeah Buddy Productions. There's a good 8 minute video about of the quest they did.
So my question to you is this: was there any Sea-Doos riding that ride?
Yes, there was. There was one Sea-Doo. Well, the guys that conquered that actually, the Devil's Hole, it was announced. It was Mark Smith, Adam Pangetta, Ed Galino, and Craig Arwitt. They hit the waters early Saturday morning at a crisp 48-degree air temperature, 70-degree water temp. It's pretty cold.
And you didn't ride that? Why didn't you ride that?
Dude, they're 7 hours away from me. I couldn't make it.
7 hours? I drive 12 hours to 16 hours for racing by myself. Come on, homie.
Oh, my God.
Let me get your jet ski. Let me get your jet ski, and I'll ride it.
Dude, I watched you last year when you were going to Wisconsin and you were going across the state here. I was just watching you. You're doing one live feed in your car where you have about 100 cans of Red Bull in the back seat and you're just rolling to Wisconsin. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm doing that.
No, man, it's just, I work all day Thursday and just get on the highway and start driving, man. Just driving until you're tired. It's just...
Bobby, it was hilarious. But you know what? You're a trooper, man, and you're dedicated, and, that's where you are today, man.
And also, to give you an idea, Michelle gave us it's November 8th and 10th for the Bahamas race.
November 8th and 10th. And that's in Atlantis.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yep. That's
phenomenal.
That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
I'm jealous.
Just remember, that's an invitation only, right?
Invitation only. Top 10 of both sides, UK and United States. I'm jealous. I wish I was over there. Yeah, it's gonna be UK. They get top 10 out of there, and then top 10 here in the States.
Oh yeah, I hope they stream that puppy, because last time they did a couple of them, I had to stream it from other people's Facebooks to get it to the masses.
Listen, if they want to fly me over there and do some on-the-scene live coverage and Cardone Race Corner, I'd be more obliged to go there and hang out. I'd be in the middle of it.
I know you'd be like in the water, just pop out. You're on the Cardone race water.
I mean, hey, 10mm photo hooked me up at a Region 8. Pete Burke hooked me up with this smooth thing. It's a gimbal for your recording. So now all my videos, they're pretty good now, but now they're gonna be superb. Thanks to 10mm photo at Region 8, they're sent me a gimbal down here. So my live video is gonna be on a whole nother level now.
No shit, that's awesome, bro. You know, before I take up all your time on the show, I just wanted to reach out and throw some love to some of the sponsors who supported the Wreck Riders this year for the 2019 season. And that was Reliable Tune and Marty Silverman. Appreciate all the love. Every time I reached out to him to throw some sponsor love to the group, he had no problem doing it. I just wanted to say thank you, man. And I appreciate you working with the Wreck community. Pro Rider Magazine, always Kathy Diarati. Look for Alpha Jet, yeah, buddies, on a huge article in Pro Rider November 4th. Get your issue. If you haven't, go ahead and get a subscription because all the great content's coming for 2020 on the Pro Rider. So if you want to find out more, that's where you need to find it out on. Green Hulk, PWC Muscle. I want to say a special shout out to Sea-Doo. We're working with Sea-Doo for next year. Sea-Doo is coming back in the game hard.
Nice.
Hard.
Good.
Sea-Doo is coming back. I mean, I know they cut a lot of sponsorship this year, but I think they rethink that thought because they've already reached out to Alpha Jet. They reached out to WNY PWC.
If they could do a little reach out to Cardone Race Corner, we'd be much obliged too. I'm just saying, I'd be.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they will, brother. They're gonna. You know what? I've talked to a couple of regional reps, and I think it's coming. So I think they want to get back into the race. Not to mention, did you see Kawasaki's release? I talked to Jeff Lakeford.
Yes.
Jeff Lakeford's texted me. I think, Jeff, you do realize it's 4 o'clock in the morning here, but he was giving me the update on the release because I guess they get it first because they're ahead of us.
Right.
So check out the Kawasaki, the new the SPX, I think it is. They did a lot of changes to it. Yeah, so it's more recreational. And I have more information. I'll get that to your website as soon as possible. And I didn't want to forget Broward
Motorsports. Adam Williams, baby. Yeah. That's the man to go to.
Adam Williams, bro. Adam Williams is doing his thing out there. I'm telling you, when he's doing his thing, he's doing his thing. Yeah, he's making it happen. Quietly, I call him the silent assassin. The guy's out there doing it. He's making moves in the community. People don't even know it's him, but he's doing it.
Assassin's Creed, BMS style.
And last but not least, I can't forget my boys who's doing me all kinds of love this summer through a lot of groups. PWC Muscle, Daryl, and Joe, and those guys, man, I appreciate it. And that's my time on the Wreck Ride Report. That's what I got for this week. I know we have something in the works. I'll be on the show next week, so we got some more stuff coming.
You better be on the damn show next week. I'm coming up there and slapping you. We're gonna give you a bunch of boos. You're gonna have to rewatch this.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm not gonna mention it, but I'll mix it up. I'm gonna have a main industry sponsor. Not a sponsor. I'm sorry. A main industry guest on the show for next week. So stay tuned. We're gonna reel them in. We're gonna reel the big fish in, and then get them on the show, talking a little bit about what's going on for the 2020 season. How about that?
Sounds good to me. Well, I appreciate Ken. What?
Don't forget, we have the PWC giveaway, the Spark trim for P3 Labs.
Okay, what do you want to do? First person says I want. First person says I want a P3 Labs Spark extension trim kit for your Spark. Do it now in the comments.
Do it now.
What we'll do is this. We're gonna have the Jeopardy music playing in the background. We're waiting.
we can make a. You know what? Give a question. Let's give him something.
I did. First person. Hey, listen. First, we already gave him the question. First person says, "I want a P3 Labs PWC Spark trim extension for their Spark." And say, "I want," and they can get it.
That's a retail value of $200. $200 retail value.
It's in there. All they gotta do is say, "I want," and we'll send it right to you. Well, Ken, I'll get you on the phone while we'll wait for somebody to get in there and say, "I want." It's, as always, it's a pleasure to have my man Ken KG on the phone, dropping the mic as usual. You know, Starzinski, I know you want a trim kit for one of your toys out there.
Starzinski's got a whole bunch of Sparks.
He got a whole bunch of Sparks. Trim kit, please. Wait, Steve Hodge just got it. 197 in the house. 197. 197.
Tell you what, get Steve Hodge's information. We'll mail it right out to him.
Steve Hodges, if you send me your information, I'll get it forwarded to our boy Ken KG, and we'll send it out to you ASAP.
Absolutely, and like I said, the Rec Rod World, man, we're here to stay. 2020 is going to be awesome.
I'm
It's
telling
going to
you.
be phenomenal. Stay tuned. We got so much in the pipeline coming. It's going to be magnificent. I'm so excited for 2020. Can't wait. And I mean, what are we going to do, brother? We're just two guys on a show, right?
There's two guys in the mic.
That's all. We're just chilling. We're chilling.
Well, Ken, it's been a pleasure to have you on the phone, man. Putting the cherry on the top of the show. Make sure you go there and check out the donation. Check it out. Share it. Tell some of your people to hook it up. We're raffling away tickets. All kinds of free giveaways. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and also you know what, you're absolutely right, Bobby. And also too, don't forget about the Bahamas Relief. Don't forget to hit the fundraiser.
GoFundMe page. Yep.
GoFundMe page. Yep. And not to mention your guest today, Simon Belcher. What a wealth of knowledge. That guy's been in the game for a long time, man.
Hell yeah.
I learned a lot about that conversation. That's a good dude. Very good dude, man.
Well, I appreciate Ken. You've been a rock, dude. I appreciate coming on the show as always. I'll catch you next time, right?
Yeah, buddy. Alpha Jet Productions.
All right, brother. Catch you later.
Later.
Oh, you guys know what time it was. That's a pleasure to have Ken KG on the phone, as always. Dude, it's been a kick-ass time. Oh, man, my stuff's all messed up. Anyways, it's been a kick-ass time. I want to say you guys all have been a pleasure to have you guys on the show. You guys have been tuning in. We've had a stellar year. We got a lot more coming and a lot more to happen to come by. So if you guys want to tune in and check out, it's only going to get better as we go. If you guys want any information, you guys need anything, please feel free to message me, hit me up. I have everything you possibly need. Just reach out to me. We'll make it happen. Till then, I'll catch you guys next week. And your boy's out.
Young Forever. Lester.